go back, ladies and gentlemen, to the IEM Sydney closed qualifier in a region grand final. We are going into a best of 5 between Swole Patrol and eUnited. Swole Patrol have been essentially undefeated up until this point and have that map advantage going into the best of 5. So I'm very excited to get it over and done with, only because we're going to have a few more people to meet here in Sydney. And it's going to be a couple of fresh faces as well. Large opportunity for the winner as well to go international, which is something Swole Patrol has done.
Yes.
eUnited, I'm not too sure about, but
I'm sure.
You know, we'll see if they can do it. See if they can take down the big dogs so far and make their way over to the oceanic area and Sydney in particular.
Yeah. Enjoy the Sydney that is Sydney. Right, the Qudos Bank Arena is where we're going. So, as you can see already, we've seen eUnited take on Ghost, took them down 2-0 in not unexpected fashion, but maybe, you know, we were expecting a 2-1 kind of result. Swole Patrol, however, they start off with the map advantage. This is going to be massive for them heading into this. They've already beaten eUnited 2-0, so it's a little bit grim. I mean, now I have to start talking about eUnited's kind of momentum, and you know, yes, they've been able to win 2 maps, but it's been very close. We saw it go to overtime in the first. We're now starting to talk about fatigue, stamina in terms of your mental capacity. Where do we go from here, Mac? Right, because eUnited have already played 2 full maps, and now there's a potential 4 more to go.
Well, they are going to be tested. That's definitely an advantage for Swole Patrol, but at least one of these teams is warmed up. We have heard that Swole Patrol have that more sort of puggy gameplay style, lots more aggressive peaks, etc., etc. Just trying to get that man advantage early on both sides, and it's been working for them. They've been winning games. No one's been able to punish them. Last time these two guys met on Dust 2, they got 16-1'd by Swole Patrol.
Yeah.
So, in my mind, as we are going to be going into the veto shortly, I feel like eUnited are going to try to stay away from Dust 2 a little bit scared after last time. But then that leaves them open to some of their other maps that they may not be as well versed in playing, such as Train, as you've mentioned.
Overpass even, you know, like the Nuke. There's a lot of maps that they aren't as well versed in. But of course, for me, I think the talking point for Swole, you know, you've got players like Swag and Som, who, you know, we know for a fact are just powerhouses and will completely dismantle you. On the flip side, though, we saw Dapper come up huge for eUnited. We saw Cooper go massive in the first map. So there are players that can go toe-to-toe. The question is, like we were... Come on, you want to, you know, give them a little left-right jab. The question is, where can they start to, you know, not where, but how? How are we now going to see the movements come across from a team like Ghost into a team like Swole Patrol?
Well, it will pretty much depend on the map veto, which we are about to have a look at. It's going to play a huge factor, and of course, being a best of 5 with a map advantage, the last map remaining will be the map that is going to be that map for the advantage. So
okay.
It'll be the 4 in between. So
yeah, there you go, straight away. They're not silly. You know, fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, that's a shame on me. So, Mirage being banned by Swole Patrol, and now EU picking up Inferno. Now, they're decent on Inferno, so that's going to be a promising start for them. Train, however, I don't know whether EU are going to have enough. eUnited, I don't think they're going to have enough to take on Swole Patrol. But, you know, that's still yet to be seen. Nuke, I think eUnited... Interesting, eUnited picked Nuke.
Well, I think they'd rather do Nuke than Cache. And Overpass is going to be the final map, which they won't have to play. So essentially it's just an extra ban, really, right at the end, though. But not too surprised with the 4 maps that we will see if we get to all 4 tonight. But I think Inferno could be the only map here, other than maybe Cache, if we get to it, that could go into eUnited's favour. But Train, I can see it definitely going in Swole Patrol's way. Nuke, even last time they met, Swole Patrol won on it. But it was very close. So maybe eUnited think that they have Swole Patrol's number, but I guess we'll see once we do get into the gameplay. It's looking good, though.
Yeah, I'm for eUnited, I'm not too upset about that. I would have liked to have seen them pick Cache over Nuke, to be honest, because I mean, I don't know.
if we get before the only map that we will not see today is Mirage, and we could get a repeat of Cache eventually at some point. But we're going to see almost the whole map pool today.
I'm so happy about that. I'm so happy. There's nothing worse than casting repeats.
Yep.
Just constant map after map. So Inferno will be interesting. Now we get to see the full variety of eUnited, right? This is now coming up against an even bigger opponent, even stronger. There's no other question. There's no doubt about it. They are going to be the strongest opponent they're probably going to have to face in this entire bracket, and they're going to have to do it twice. They've already lost 2-0. Whether that plays a mind game on eUnited, that's yet to be seen, right? Because we can't really speculate. Ghost had already copped a 2-0 against eUnited as well, but they made it so close. And I think for us, we were having a chat right before the break about how eUnited are going to have to be really careful with giving Swole Patrol too many opportunities, because if they can come out of the gates blazing, right, there's an opportunity for them to get 4 rounds ahead, 5 rounds ahead, and give themselves a buffer. But when we get towards the middle to late game, we need to see them kind of solidifying that lead, kind of not giving Swole Patrol any chances to maybe come back.
I feel like that might be where eUnited will fall short.
Yep.
Is the middle of the pack not being able to retain any leads that they could start to pick up. You know, I feel like the sheer raw skill on Swole Patrol is just going to be too much for eUnited to handle. eUnited, they do have sharp gamers there themselves, but they are all going to have to play out of their minds to go international today.
Yeah. And that's what they're all playing for, of course, being the close qualifier of IEM Sydney 2019, an event in which we already know, like it is an event of the year. Most people do kind of look forward to it, especially in Australia. Everyone's looking forward to it. We're absolutely bloody buzzing for it. So, get over here, come say hello. Max said he'll shout you a beer, so I mean that's not too bad.
Okay.
I digress. With the one map advantage, of course, Swole Patrol should realistically be able to close this out pretty quickly. Do you think we could see the 3-0? That's the real question at this point. Are we looking at a 3-0? Are we looking at a 3-1? Like, what do you think the scoreline's going to look like?
Oh, I don't want to say it, but I think it's going to be Swole Patrol picking up a 3-0.
Yep.
Technically a 2-0. That's going to be my prediction. Is Swole Patrol are going to be well rested, coming out, hitting their shots, and eUnited, that they might have done their homework, but they're not going to get straight A's here today.
No, I guess they're probably the more of their attention was on Ghost, right? Because you don't get past that first hurdle, you're going to struggle to. What am I saying? You're not even going to get to IEM Sydney. You're going to get past the first hurdle. Now the second hurdle, even taller, is going to be a testament as to eUnited's will, eUnited's resilience, and kind of their consistency across the board. I think that right there, that word has to be what eUnited are looking for. It's just consistency throughout as many maps as they have to play, whether it be all 4, whether it be 3, whether it be 2. They have to show consistency. They can't allow Swole Patrol to even look at getting into the game, because I feel if Swole Patrol get into the driver's seat, they're going to go ahead and go on the highway.
Yeah, definitely. If eUnited, I feel like the way that they're going to have to play it is to maybe show a little bit of mid-round aggression, maybe not so much too early round, or they might start to lose the rounds, as well as going in packs. The pack mentality, especially on the CT side, just playing close, looking for those trades, maybe some crossfires, but usually a lot of teams are very good at splitting up those crossfires nowadays. We did see the crossfires on Cache early on in the first series, looking very, very good for eUnited. I don't know if they're going to be able to do that so much on Inferno. There is lots of opportunities to set up some nice crossfires, but usually most teams know them, know how to split it up with some good utility usage, and it's just going to be a battle of the aim, I reckon.
Yeah, you reckon it's going to come down to a bit more of a puggy style?
Yeah.
Even on Inferno, one of the more centered maps around utility?
Maybe. It's you tell Australians that, all right? You tell Australians, hey, can you throw a arch smoke? Huh? That's all you get.
What's an arch?
What's an arch? I don't know.
What's a diggity, mate?
What's a diggity?
Let's not get into it.
Let's call it quad. We'll call it quad for all you Americans out there, just so you know what's going on.
Was it Speedway? Was that what it was?
Speedway. Speedway is
that's on the other side, isn't it?
That's in CT.
Yeah, that's on the other side.
of archers.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay. I just wanted to make sure.
You good?
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay.
I'm good. Too much Counter-Strike makes the old mind go a little bit numb. So I think for individual battles, right, you got the likes of Dapper, and I think a lot will be centered around Cooper, especially on Inferno, right? On CT Inferno, a lot will be centered around Cooper and whether he's able to open up the frags, because that AWP can play a massive part on Inferno, right? It's a little bit harder on T side, obviously, because you have to go aggressive for the peaks. Lines are almost already held, so it's a bit harder. But I definitely think that if Cooper can get running the CT side, we might see a little bit more of a closer contest. I'm really trying to paint the picture that, you know, eUnited have a good chance in this, but Swole Patrol are definitely looking the hotter.
Yeah, Swole Patrol are going to be starting on the CT side on Inferno, so it will be rough for Cooper to try to utilise that AWP on the T side.
True.
Usually some teams just don't bother picking it up at all. They'll sub out a rifle for a AWP instead, just because of the closer range engagements, and it's really not advantageous to go peeking those angles with AWPs. A lot of the time there's going to be CTs holding the angles that the AWPs usually work on, or you can try to punish any aggression, which could end up working, I guess, if we are seeing Swole Patrol as a team that gets very aggressive. So yeah, it's going to come down to the wire. It definitely will at the end of the day.
And I mean, Train's a map that, you know, is traditionally an AWPer's heaven, right? It's an AWPer's paradise, and Cooper in the first map was absolutely popping off on cash. So there's no doubt that he's got the ability to. But when it comes to Swole, speaking out the back to some of the production crew, they can, like, most of Swole can pick up the AWP, right? Like, they can be dangerous with it. So
yep.
It's going to be a little bit hard. Like, you know, the first two maps, you need to get out just all guns blazing for eUnited at this point. Like you're saying, the pack mentality is going to play a huge portion into how eUnited can actually start to take these fights. But, you know, Swole Patrol's past 5 maps have just been monstrous, like just ridiculous. So I feel as though this is not going to be the fairy tale that we hope it may be for eUnited.
You could play up the story. You definitely could. And I'd love to, but I don't think it's going to happen. I'm being real. If eUnited want to prove me wrong, feel damn free. Ladies and gentlemen, we are about to get into the best of 5 series. eUnited taking on Swole Patrol for their ticket to Australia in May. It's going to be exciting.
It is.
It's coming up quickly. Did you know January went faster than it ever has for me before?
Yep, it was scary.
Crazy. I don't like it.
You know what else is scary? Coming up against Swole Patrol when they already have the advantage. It's going to be Swole Patrol that actually look to play the one man on the B side. It's going to be Marky that opens up with a really nice shot, however, gives Dapper the opportunity to find the frag now with a free bomb site. They have the free plant, a free time to move around and look for the post plant. Som's going aggressive towards Banana. He does have the support of Food beside him. So it's a 2-2 split on this retake, but with how the positioning is for eUnited, it's perfect. There's still the player Cooper close towards the wall. I don't think Food's going to expect it, but what a shot coming through. He's still got more to find. It's all on the swag. Don't tell me.
Oh, mate, if anyone can do it, it's this man. Finds the first, looking at the second. He's going to hit the headshot on the Dapper as well, and it's all up to Sub Rosa now on the 1v1. The kit is in play, and on the belt of swag, he can stick this one completely. Sub Rosa making a lot of noise here. Going for the retake. Oh, no! He's gone. He's taken the gamble, and now at the advanced position, Swag will get aggressive, gets the headshot, but I think he's completely out of time here. It's going to come down to the wire. Oh, and he's just missed it.
Oh, my word.
Tried to clutch it out. The man he believed if he stuck it the first time, he would have been rewarded, but the sound was just enough from Sub Rosa to get Swag off the bomb. What a retake.
That is absolutely filthy from Swag. I'm holding you because I knew what was about to happen. I was like, oh, no, not this. But what a play coming through right at the last second to bait out that defuse, right? Like, anyway, I'm not going to touch on that too much because Swole Patrol are now trying to pick up the second round on a force buy, and that they have done. Food takes a lot of damage to start with a grenade over the top of the wall. On the back of that, eUnited will take banana control with some nice utility, and this is what we like to see, a very heavily utility-based map, and eUnited are starting off in the right fashion.
This is actually what we spoke about earlier today on Inferno, the force from the CTs coming out in the second round. If they don't get the win in the first, and as you can see, All playing very close angles, looking to tap some heads and looking to try to get that early advantage. But in the mid-round, we are going to see a bit of utility used over towards Banana, looking to just slow down the rotations as eUnited start to group up here towards mid and Boiler. It looks like they're going to go for the bracket control, but Cooper spotting Marky through the smoke as it started to fade there. Swag holding strong, hitting the headshot, looking for a second on the repick. Covering the cross at Dig here, but Dazzle goes straight into that one. Bit of damage done, and Som will finish him off with the CZ there. Swag now looking for some more damage, as Moose will take down Som eventually. So it's down to a 3v3, and the bomb hasn't made its way to site yet, but it should be planted at default. No CT here to deny the plant. Although Sub Rosa goes all the way on site to get this one down. Vanity here has a Mac 10 in hand now, but he might just favour the Deagle, knowing the Dapper might be in the graveyard area there. They've done their homework. They seem to know. Food coming in, but Vanity is going to be shut down, trying to make his way through the smoke there. Dapper finding the second as he flicks around, looking for the third. But Swag is going to be Moose to get the trade. Absolutely amazing team kill there for Swole Patrol.
What?
A bit more of an advantage.
Like what?
I don't know. Questionable. You know, they're freaking out. They're all freaking out. They've finally got a second round on the board. Sub Rosa's going to die. I don't know why he's even trying here. Oh, no, Bomber's at the other side of sight. Of course. Mackie boy. Not using his brain as Sub Rosa was. Crazy. So they've saved 2 rifles there. Even down on less than half HP. I thought he would have taken much more than that. But apparently not.
So my question is, how did Food not find that kill? Comms just not coming through efficiently enough. Food was out on balcony. I don't know who it was. Dazzle was it, or Dapper, that was looking towards
View model maybe?
Who knows? Who knows? We'll have to wait and see. Grenades come over the top. That could have been serious damage done towards Swole. It still ends up being quite a bit. But eUnited on the second. They're looking to back it up. Swag still has a hold of the scout.
It's dangerous.
I know, you just really don't want to give him the opportunity. Like, if you come around this corner and you do... Oh, what? Hello?
No, Batman wasn't even at the top of Banana. He just took a pot shot, rolled the dice, and got snake eyes. Gave up his information. Now eUnited know that the scout is over towards the B site, but they will force their hands. They have been smoked off for a moment, though, as Swag is going to be boosted. Looking for an angle, waiting for them... eUnited rather to be boosted over the smoke themselves, but they will just hold their ground, wait for the smoke to fade. Sub Rosa looking for something on the map here, can't spot anything for the moment. eUnited still with the man advantage, and it's working out for them. Looks like Moose has made his way all the way to the A site, and I think he's called that the stack is over towards B, and he will be correct for the moment. But there is one man here being Vanity, who is getting a huge amount of information. Oh, it's going to be Som, rather. He's got a Zeus.
That's so cheeky.
He's going to go for the BM play. Rotation coming up. It's up Rosa here to find a few frags. Make it 2, but Swag gets the shot with the scout, and he will be able to upgrade to the AK. Som actually is found. He's whiffed the Zeus shot, so that's unfortunate for him. But now eUnited looking to deny the AK save, and Dazzle ready for this position. Gets a bullet off. Swag fully aware that Moose is going to be coming in on the flank. The man has the biggest brain in the world, but Moose has the aim, peeking in the smoke of the HE, and that's going to be enough for eUnited to put a third on the board here. 3-0 over Swole Patrol, and taking it to an early lead, which, as we said, is going to be hard for them to hold.
That's the question, the query that we have around eUnited at the moment is how they're going to go toe-to-toe with Swole and hold on to the lead that they have. We know that they're good in the early game, but when it starts to come towards the, more so towards the late game, it starts to fall apart just a little bit. I just want to touch on how filthy Swag is.
Whoa,
He's
toxic.
That's not toxic. Filthy as in dirty filthy, like good filthy.
Oh.
Like, the man's IQ is well above 200. And, oh my god, see you later, Swole Patrol. Your carpet hold is absolutely nothing. Moose and Dazzle coming in with a frag each. No damage done to either player. Subs now all the way up towards top mid, and that will be a free kill for Som. The bomb goes down as well. eUnited have done this multiple times.
I was going to say eUnited's ADR is also well above 200 at the moment, but, well, now it definitely is that Som's gone down, looking for the gamble, trying to get aggressive in the smoke, but it won't pay off for him. Although Moose here, not going to be spotted. He will get trigger happy. No discipline being shown. Moose gets the fast trade. as Food just tries to frag it out. eUnited finding a fourth there. Good aggression in apps to find that.
Yep.
They had a good hold. The Carps hold there, the crossfire could have worked. They just didn't hit their shots, so that was just a little bit unfortunate.
And the flash was perfect. Coming through from Dazzle, I believe it was. Just perfectly timed, perfectly placed. Both Swole Patrol players are either blind or turned around, and United collapse on them. So, again, like we're saying, nice start. Start is the key word. United need to give us a little bit more, need to back it up and kind of prove to us that, you know, it's not just a small mistake being made, it's not a fluke. The pistols are just as dangerous though, aren't they?
Mm-hmm. Especially if eUnited get too over-aggressive. The guys towards A there trying to play some longer angles, except for Dazzle, who's in the corner, could potentially be caught off guard here by this bracket control from CT's Vanity down to 63 HP solo on the B site. And that is not what you want to see. And has this drawn out a rotation? Potentially. Simon Swag holding their ground though, and here we go. Moose finds the entry. Food getting aggressive in the Molotov will eventually fall there. Som fighting one more, but the trade comes out from Dapper, who's looking for some more. But the bomb is down in the eyesight of Swag, who's very dangerous. Goes wide as well. Manages to bring it back to the 1v2. We'll get the reload off just in time. Moose there going to cop a bullet through the smoke. Swag playing with fire. He doesn't have much bullet. There must be many bullets left, rather. 2 bullets in the clip, 1 in reserve. As he crosses it back to Boiler, the man will have to try to get a different weapon now. That seems to be the mission. There's a Deagle there, but he doesn't want to make any noise. 2 shots. Oh, and he can't hit them. Takes a bit more damage, down to 12 HP. Looking to deny the cross there. Moose holding strong. Looking like he should come out on top. Manages to make it to Banana, but the bomb is already over towards the B site. Should be planted safely. Oh, my God.
I still get a heart attack. Swag with 2 bullets, and I still have a heart attack that he's going to make something work.
He still can with the Deagle. That's 2 headshots. Smoked off. No kid in play. Looking for any over-aggression. Moose just holding his ground as Sub-Rosa. I keep going to call him Sub-Zero.
Yep.
I don't know why. Also,
no, I did it when I first started as well.
Earlier I called him Sub-Zero, like Cold Zero. I don't know, because Cold, Sub-Zero, you know. I don't know. Crossing wires in my brain.
No, I get that. I get that. I've done it multiple times before. As in, like, back in, like, MDL season 27, I think it was. And people were getting mad at me because I was calling him Sub-Zero.
Look, I'm sure if Sub-Rosa did a cosplay as Sub-Zero, he'd pull it off fine.
Oh, majestically.
Jacked. Although
Swole.
he's not on Swole Patrol.
Not Swole, but Swole.
Exactly. Anyway, that's 5 in a row, so eUnited off to a marvellous start there. Decent damage done by the CTs, though, in the previous round as they are about to buy up into the 6th. We are going to have a quick pause as the boys discuss what they are going to do. Hopefully no one got locked out of their house this time, which apparently was the reason for a pause in the previous matchup. Somebody went to the toilet, they must have an outhouse, and managed to lock themselves outside at halftime.
You wouldn't dream about it, but it happens. I feel like that's the equivalent of, like, you know, going out in your towel in a hotel and forgetting your key and being left out in the hallway. That's what I feel the equivalent was. Regardless of what an equivalent may be to that, Swag was able to save the AK into the next, and so he's dropped it on towards Vanity, now picking up the AWP, and the airstrike's coming over the top. So much utility. Food nearly had the opportunity to find the first, but he does manage to pick up 2 kills as both Sub-Rosa and Dapper push a little bit too aggressive with no trade. And now, Swag, AWP in hand, Dazzle coming out of Boiler, decides to back away, doesn't want to exactly kind of stretch too far. And instead of opting for the 5 rifles, Cooper is on that AWP, so going to call upon him in later parts of the round to try and find an opening for United.
Oh. He was in a great position to make it work as well, just couldn't hit the flick. We'll dump some utility here towards B. The bomb is here as well. They will have another couple of smokes to try to execute late. They've baited out a lot of utility from the CTs. The aggression from Food is going to work. 4K for him. Can he get the ace? Just barely misses it as Dazzle finds 2 right at the end. But Swole Patrol finally cracking the egg, making some breakfast of eUnited. And that was all off the back of a team flash.
Yep.
Team flash on the corner. didn't hit food at all. 2 free frags. Dapper tried to get the trade there. Will be punished. And here's that other 2K. The line-up on it. A nice angle there towards the cutout. Bomb goes down. Round goes in favour of Swole Patrol. And they look to find a second. This is very important for eUnited to try to hit Swole Patrol with the reset.
eUnited's early utility have been really impressive, but now Swole is starting to show their worth with early utility back. It's Dapper that drops down to 21 HP. Unfortunately, in that previous round, no matter how much utility you use, if you do not find that kill on the corner, Food will just pick you apart every day of the week. Doesn't matter whether it's Food, Swag, Marky, they're all going to do the same. Marky now going to be playing from deep towards Library. The smoke comes out. Cooper decides to walk through. Sub Rosa taking a dink as he walks on through. Continues to progress, but with Vanity holding the line, they're all wowzers. How's that one?
The F1 race car peak, mate. Vanity goes down and it's brought back to a 3v4. I was going to say 2 of the T's, very low, 1 bullet and they could be done, but it's Sub Rosa last alive. Bogdan's Law on the AWP here. Looking to clear CT. He's got full control, but the bomb is down in the apartments and Swole Patrol. I do believe that they know. So Sub Rosa, they know his last known position. They should have it pretty much covered here. Swag with the AWP, looking into Library. Hitting the shot as well. Spotting the shoulder. The Sub Rosa gets taken out. And Swole Patrol put 2 on the board and start to find a bit of momentum. Also, building that economy, saving 4 rifles right at the end of the round.
Perfectly. I mean, you couldn't really ask for too much more if you swap. The 4 rifles are going to be massive. And instead of dropping Vanity, Vanity just picks up the UMP, reading it nicely as well. You can see the economy of eUnited not exactly there for a buy, not even there for a force buy. So Vanity's going to go aggressive with the UMP and farm him up some money. He'll find 2. I thought it was a 3rd, but in fact it's Food that takes him down. The double agent, we've already seen it twice. But that's all right. Dazzle and Cooper, the only players left. The UMP's... I mean, look, here's a question for you. Do you think that's worth buying the UMP to die for 2 kills?
Yeah, you're making money. Oh, no, you're not. Did he have utility on the belt? I didn't see.
Yeah, I didn't see.
Would have had armor as well. It's more about winning the round, though. And he did have an extra bit of money in the bank. His teammates can drop him as well, as long as they don't drop too many more rifles. But he could have got 1,800, you know. Maybe more. Wanted the ace, wanted the clip. Hungry for the HLTV rating. Good trade from Dazzle, but Marky is ready and waiting with the AUG. So there's a 2nd rifle lost onto Som right at the end. But the 3rd round is pretty good for the CT side so far. Look at so much damage done. Food actually took down Vanity. It wasn't the T's.
Yeah, the old double agent. Poor Vanity. Feels bad, but he will pick up the AWP in return. Dropped by, I'm not even sure who was dropped by. I'm not even going to take a stab in the dark. So with that, he might go for the aggressive pick. Might just hold on to the... Oh, how good's that? That's a bit of filth.
About as good as the double op setup from Vanity and Swag. Let's see what they can do with it at the moment. 1 on either side. Swag using it at Diggity, though, rather than Archers. Although almost gets the line up. I don't think he got any damage off. It's going to be Dazzle getting the entries here. Marky and Swag going down early. Som, though, good positioning. Doesn't deny the bomb plant, which will be stuck for the moment. Som just looking to buy some time, stay alive, although Dazzle crossing across. Manages to stay alive. Moose finding 2, killing the rotators. Spicy taters, baked in the oven. And that was a really good round for eUnited as well. Only losing 1 man onto Sub Rosa.
I mean, that's the disadvantage of playing the AWP so close on Diggity without holding the line of mid, right? You can't, you don't have the option to back off freely. And when Dazzle hits the shot onto the other player that's trying to support you, it only gets worse from there. So,
yep,
it's rough times for the poor A-site Swole Patrol. However, they will be able to back it up with a full and complete buy. Maybe lacking some utility here or there. eUnited have walked all the way up towards mid. Som goes completely blind. Nicely done again. Dazzle finds the opening, but Marky responds in quick succession. Dapper again. Vanity picks up 2 kills. That's massive. Both players pushing from archers. That could have absolutely destroyed that A-site, closing and pincing in, but no. But for Vanity, who possibly has just saved the day, he's now holding onto the line of archers again, but will be caught out. Oh. Cooper finds the angle as Vanity tries to back away to cut out. A 2v2, Swag on site. You hate to see it.
Swag is in a good position, though. I believe it will be cleared by EU. Okay, apparently it wasn't going to be cleared. Swag running around, too trigger happy. Shot at the first man, that baited the shots, and Dapper will clean up as Food got aggressive in front of the smoke, trying to make the play, which he essentially needed to do, looking to deny the bomb plant. But he gets shut down, and eUnited find a 7th round, 4 in the lead. The Swole Patrol. Back on Seno. Senolink for you Americans.
Yeah, wouldn't really get that reference, would they?
Maybe.
I don't think what the equivalent is. Doesn't matter. Equivalent doesn't matter because I feel like we're going to get in trouble. So we're just going to hold at this. That kill from Cooper across towards Archers just allows that entire play. Nicely done. Reads perfect. Swag just missing a shot, but might allow Food to go for a cheeky peek. No. United decide to back away, putting all 4 members with one watching A. Dapper making his way up. They all line up and Dapper says, thank you very much. I'll be taking that every day of the week. Moose comes in for a little cheeky UMP kill. So I'm the last to remain. And a nice, clean anti-eco from eUnited. Not just yet, though. They're not out of the woods. Dapper's on 5 HP and Som, he's looking to be a cheeky boy.
He's still here. Hasn't been spotted by eUnited. Faked bomb plant. Initially trying to bait the smoke push. But Som just taking his time. Working. This one has been spotted finally, but gets the dink off onto Moose, down to 10 HP. Rotations coming out, and cover from his teammates will be essential. Cooper eventually falling as well, 11 HP. But that is an AWP on the ground, which will just be saved by Moose at the end. As eUnited take it to a 5-round lead. And start to build that economy a little bit more. Great frags for Dapper there. Just mopping up the CTs at the top of Banana, squishing them and making them spin around on their go-karts. Wrong game, though. We're back in Counter-Strike.
I was just about to say, Dapper played that really intelligently. Picks the first 3 and then backs away on the last. Sure, he doesn't die, which unfortunately Vanity could probably learn a lesson from that in the previous anti-eco from Swole. That nade coming through from Diggity is so useful for those players that are looking to get early apps access. If it doesn't slow them down, at least it does the damage. Cooper's dropped to just under 70 HP. Moose will not like what he sees if he walks out. A crossfire of sorts being set. Markey could possibly even just play as bait for some. And instead, Moose thinks the better of it just for now. Decides to deploy the smoke, but Som, counter utility used. Slows it down for a moment. Oh, I thought Moose was going to go through it for a second.
Moose getting a lot of information in that position, though. Hearing Som drop down in the pit, knowing that the crossfire has mostly been split, but up on site. We still have Markey here in a great position, although he has dropped to mid-box. Swag looking to hold Archer solo, falling back to a bit of cover. But the push coming through. Looks like the bomb's going to go all the way to CT as Swag falls to Dapper. The power of W too strong today as they double back towards the A site. 2 CTs remain, and Markey's in a rough spot to hold, but he will find one on the Dapper. Trades eventually coming out there. Subrosa finding Markey. And that is the B site straight in the hands of eUnited, who will get the bomb planted. And looking good to find themselves a 9th round. Swole Patrol might just opt to save both the remaining rifles in hand. Looking at the economy there on Swole Patrol, it will be a very mixed bag going in to the next round. And have a quick gaze at the scoreboard here. Dapper leading the charge, 13-9. Moose on 11-5, rocking that 2KD. Look, Dapper on 137 ADR as well.
Just filthy.
Great stats. It's been Dazzle, though, that's been opening up towards the A site. Yep,
Dazzle's been massive on the entry frags. We were talking about the impact of the entry fragger literally not even 20 minutes ago. You're seeing it perfectly. Even when Dazzle swings wide, he still finds one, right? Yep. He's making the room, he's making space, and eUnited are absolutely making their money's worth. You know, right then, I must admit that the mid-round call, they find that pick on the Swag over towards Archers, and they're left with that decision, like, do we go towards B? You could see that the 2 players towards mid were going to start rapping. And they think better of it. They think, nah, we've already got Diggity control. If we go B, it's going to be rushed. There's a chance that they'll pick us apart. There's a chance they're aggressive down Banana and we lose both our players. So it's a nice readjustment from eUnited. They kind of double-guess themselves, but in the end, they're right. And Swole Patrol met with one of those awkward situations. Not enough money to buy. Not even enough money to buy armor for 2 players. They will just opt to support those rifles, support the Augs, which we know full well how much damage they can do.
Well, there's a chance still for them to win this round, obviously. There's always the chance. But they are playing the long game, looking to potentially find 2 in a row, even if they do lose this one. Food goes down early. That can be a rifle potentially retrieved, but the Molotov stack gaining some map control, denying that rifle to be retrieved from the CTs. Another progressive Molotov straight to the corner, and that is going to be banana control in the hands of eUnited. After Food went down nice and early. But Dapper going in dry. May be able to find the angle here. Som not going to be baited to peek just yet. Jiggling on the top of first oranges. Hasn't been spotted. A bit more utility. The rotation has been drawn as well, and it's just going to be Vanity last alive towards A, looking to hold from Archers. Posted aggressively now, as he will try to find a pick before falling back, although Caster's Curse, he's gotten passive anyway. Up against the wall. Bracket control gained by eUnited, going in dry. Smoke's coming out. Will there be a flash here, or are they going to peek it? Dapper too strong there with the crouch peek. Vanity goes down. The A site is in the hands of eUnited and Swole Patrol. The Pistols, no real reason to not go for this round.
Looks like the fairy tale is continuing for eUnited at this point. Looking to secure double digits on T-side Inferno. Unrelenting with these pushes as well. They're not allowing Swole Patrol even a minute to relax. They continue to change up sides, continue to put pressure on both sides of the map and make space for themselves. Unfortunately, this time Swag will catch out Sub Rosa as he peeks around the corner. That little giggle got me good.
Cheeky bugger. The 2-tap with the USP. If anyone's going to be a little bugger like that, it's going to be Swag. And he just has enough to purchase an AWP going into the 14th round. Double AWP setup. Food picks his up as well, denying the extra utility for the superior firepower. And will this work? So we were saying that Cooper on the AWP, on the T side, wouldn't be super effective, but he's managed to get a fair few frags with it.
That's the thing, if he actually, if he goes aggressive with the AWP, he'll be extremely useful. And look at this right now. Will he catch out Marky? No, Som with the off angle on top of the boost, and Marky decides to chime on in. Dapper and Sub Rosa both finding a kill. The bomb drops into the open. I feel like this is a storyline for eUnited. Nearly every single round that they tend to lose, we see them dropping the bomb out in the open. And generally it's from a one-man peak.
Yeah. And a very awkward situation. They tried to boost up onto Diggity, Swole Patrol. Dapper almost throwing the AWP away, but changing his mind. Like he might just try to save it. Although they have the economy to buy another. Interesting situation. Dapper's had a scorcher. Look at that, 156 ADR already. Full HP. And a dream. Can he break the crossfire? Is the smoke on the Molotov enough?
Oh, wow.
So he manages to get the leg onto Swag. Swaps for an AK. Not many bullets there in the clip, but it's going to be Vanity peeking. Catching Dapper looking the wrong direction. Shuts him down, closes him out, and finds double digits for eUnited in the first half here. T-side Inferno. Yep. For a while, I definitely was calling Inferno T-sided, but recently I've seen it be very much more close. More of those 6 to 9, 7 to 8 sort of halve differences, but...
Bit of a seesaw, isn't it?
Yeah, and this is Swole Patrol... No, this is eUnited's map, isn't it?
Yep.
Okay. So showing their prowess on this map so far, Swole Patrol. Might be more T-sided, The aggression could favour them in the second half, but the half isn't over yet. Food here. Has the AWP in hand. It hasn't been working out for him as much as Swag. I feel like Food's been making the plays with the AUG, rather. So, questionable. But he's going to be left here solo.
Oh!
Hits the flick. Caster's Curse. All right. He shut me up.
You now have to bite your own words, my friend.
Look, he was hungry. I was hungry. And we we made friends with each other. It was great. Good flick.
Great flick. I feel like if you're gonna go for that jump, right, at this level of the game, you have to have someone simultaneously swinging. Because
ready and waiting to
just because you know that these players can hit that without a shadow of a doubt. So Vanity across towards that A site will shut down Dazzle, who was looking for the lurk, and now they're looking to pinch. The problem is if they lose Som at this point, it could be a hard rotate towards A. It's all dependent. They've stacked up towards B, and eUnited are going to call it. They're going to go directly onto the site. It should just be pretty much picked off one by one at this point. Swag's been able to find one, but does get traded out. 20 seconds left on the clock. Food shuts down Cooper. Moose finds one, but that's all it's going to be. A 10-5 half. And eUnited will be cheering at this point.
That was it. The Orps putting in so much work that round. Just a great hold, great read. All their eggs in one basket on the rotation. Som even could have got the flank there, so it just looked very, very rough for eUnited in the final round. And we do see old mate Swole Patrol getting a couple right at the end. Keeping the dream alive. So, into the T side. Do you think they can bring it back?
Yes.
Yep.
I think that a team like this, I think a team like Swole, you know, you've got the sharpness in Vanity, Swag, and Som. You've got Food and Marky, who had moments of brilliance on CT, and that was even at a 10-5 half. I think you take that to a T side, and you're going to be feeling a lot more confident when you go with that pack mentality, you know, the wolf-like mentality where you stick together, or you break up and let the players have their picks. Right, because you know that the CTs are going to be holding angles. They have to be holding angles. They can't just be sitting on the site waiting for you to put with them. They can, but still, they're holding an angle. And when you got players like Swag who know, like, who are just so accurate with their angles in the games, that's the other portion of things that we don't really get to talk about too much, is the angles and how well versed players are with their, you know, their pre-aiming. And Swag, you've seen it already on the CT side, so it's dangerous to think what he could possibly do. Natalie having a massive impact at the same time.
So here's a couple of stats for you. About 60% of the rounds that Swole Patrol has won on Inferno on the maps that they previously played have been T-sided. So they are slightly more favoured on that T side, as well as on pretty much 76% of the rounds where they get the first kill, they convert that into a round.
Oh, far out, Food. Yeah, I feel like when you look at Swole Patrol's lineup, you just go, damn. Like, they are some heavy aimers, and you head to T side, that's where your aim comes in.
Yeah.
That's where the money, that's where the cash money is. Dazzle hasn't been able to spot out anything. Does eventually spot the last player moving out. Cooper drops the smoke early, sits close with the CZ.
Ooh, gambling. Good positioning, will cop a bullet eventually, somehow dodging the spam. It's gone everywhere. He will eventually go down, and that will be a free kill for Swole Patrol as they start to double back, but the aggression from the CTs, I think it's been heard. Sub Rosa, he's going to go down as well. Vanity ready and waiting. Dazzle, though, is he going to be able to hold? Finds a second. Can he get a third before falling? No. Food there for the trade. Now it's down to a 2v3. Moose is already here on the rotation, finding one, going for the spam, though, and you really don't want to spam the USP, even if it is at medium range. So it's down to a 1v2. Dapper looking to make his way on the flank through mid, which will be spotted in a moment by Food. There you go, but he's too trigger happy. Food looking the opposite direction. Bomb should be planted, but through the smoke, Food, ooh, opts to pull out the utility as he starts to fall back. T's looking to play this one together, but Dapper's so fast here. Can't get the headshot onto Food, and it's going to be down to a 1v1. Dapper, one bullet, and this man could go down. Food just baiting the shots, manages to get the reload off in time, pops his head up, pops Dapper's head, and we'll find a sixth for Swole Patrol. That couldn't have been closer.
No.
Back and forth, literally all over the map. One site, then back to the other. CT's trying to cut off the rotations, but eUnited just unable to land enough shots.
Yeah, it's an intriguing round because arguably if Cooper's not that close in smoke, if he doesn't sit out in the open with that CZ, he doesn't die there, they commit to B. You've got two players on the rotate. Like, you know, there's so many different kind of eras in which that, think of the word now, just completely escaped me. But there's so many different areas in which that can go wrong for Swole, but they play it perfectly. The mid-round call's nice. Marky can only find one. There's a nice trade coming in from Food. And now with the buy for eUnited, they could still do some damage.
2-for-1 combo. It's always good. Using that voucher to get the extra chicken, you know. Moose, though, looking for some more chicken. Can't find it. So he's going to go down to Vanity. Good damage done, though, as Cooper and Daz looking like they are going to call a save because they're quite split up. Dazzle over towards second mid, could find a couple more dollary dues if he can connect some SMG bullets here. Cooper as well, just holding with that scout in CT. Looking like he will get the tag off onto Food. 53 HP remaining for him, looking for the angle, finds it. Brings it down to the 3v2. Still some time, and he could go for the retake here. No kit in play, so I doubt the CTs will win the round as the flank starts to come out from Som, who's going to get 600 extra dollary dues for himself. Now it's all up to Dazzle down at T-Stairs, who might find some contact with Vanity in a moment, but the man's only on single digits, 4 HP, and that could be an AK saved for Dazzle if he goes for it. Hesitating, but he will find it right in the dying moments of the round.
Jeez, that is ballsy from Dazzle. There's no need to really peek that. You know that Swole's going to be able to buy that weapon back up, and you've already done enough damage to the economy as it is. Sometimes it's best to hold onto the laurels and just rest. 10-7 with Swole Patrol taking the first 2 rounds. eUnited are in an awkward stage at which they've kind of got to give... They technically, in a technical term, they give away this round. But Dazzle on the AK. He's got plenty of players to bait for him. He decides to go aggressive on his own, and somehow Moose finds a trade with the P250 in amongst the midst of the battle. But with 3 players across towards B, it's all said and done. Swole Patrol will take the A site by storm. And eUnited will be left to try and pick up the scraps, maybe find a kill or 2 throughout the smoke, but they'll be more worried about what comes in the next round. Every kill matters, of course, every time that they can find an extra one. Bada bim, bada boom.
Yeah, I'm feeling it. It looks like eUnited are going to at least try to go for some exits, maybe save some rifles here. They don't have any body armor to save into the next, which, you know, they'll have to buy up anyway, so... We'll see if Sub Rosa can get the timing here. Som with the crouch peek. Perfect timing to pick up the headshot with UMP. Another $600 for him. It's Food and Vanity caught off guard. Cooper gets a frag with the CZ here. All 3 Ts looking to exit together. Cooper still at Boiler. Might get the timing here as he peeks from the top of mid. The lineup's there. Can't connect a few more bullets. Finds one onto Dapper. And the Ts will survive, just running away at the perfect time. Food surviving with 33 HP, but great damage there on the exit. And that will force Swole Patrol to buy up a few more rifles. And that has actually brought their economy down a fair bit.
That could have been massive if he'd found the last 2 kills. Both players were low. Unfortunately, with the CZ, if you spray from that distance, it's going to be extremely hard to control the RNG of the bullet fly. So, I guess that's kind of something you've got to take into account. Not going to happen this time. Marky. This is something that we've seen Swole Patrol do multiple times already, which is that really early aggression in towards Banana to take control. This time it will be punished. Marky can't deal with how much utility is being thrown his way. eUnited do a great job at holding the top of Banana. Not just that, but keeping the aggression. My concern right now lies with the complete disparity in where Dapper and Sub Rosa are.
But look at this, Sub Rosa lining up the God Flash, which... he will drop in a moment. No real sound made by Swole Patrol, but they're going to have to try to make the play quickly. It's too late. The flash comes out way too late there. Dapper will fall. That could have been absolutely huge for eUnited. It's going well so far, but Sub Rosa gets his head absolutely ripped off. Moose did find one through the smoke, but he will be smoked off yet again here at Coffins. It's a 3v3. Looks for the lineup, gets it. Almost finds a second man. Good damage onto Vanity as the bomb goes down. Now it's a 3v2 man advantage for eUnited. Moose on only 33 HP, still playing with fire, can't connect the final bullet, although it's going to be Cooper to find it. 30 seconds remaining, Swag looking to tap the men down. Will finish off Moose eventually, but it's in a 1v2. Dazzle is here on the edge of the smoke, the bomb was in his sights, and eUnited will clutch it out to legs 11 and take it to a 3-round lead over Swole Patrol.
Jeez, that was so well played by Moose in the end there. Just constantly re-peeking, never giving them a moment's rest to try and get that bomb down. And that's something that we don't talk about enough when we in terms of retaking, right, is putting the pressure on them while they're planting to ensure that even if they do get the plant, it's not a safe plant. There's always a moment in which they've got to second guess themselves. They've got to be worried about a push, and sometimes that can be it. That can be the difference, and you saw it there. Moose finding 2 players while the majority of the second player, both of them planting. Very nicely done. Some, again, utility down in towards the bottom of Banana from eUnited. They're showing a lot of presence for that aggression to try and take control. They will back away. They will fold it, knowing full well that once those smokes go down, it's not all fun and games anymore. The flash comes over the top for the re-aggression of Swole Patrol, but eUnited are well and truly out of there.
Yeah, Swole Patrol as well, taking the gamble on the force buy here. Keeping track of eUnited's economy, knowing that if they could win around here, it will definitely reset eUnited and be horrible for them going into the later parts of the half. Swole Patrol looking to just stay together. Marky going for the deagle there. He's dropping it, I believe. I don't know. He's trying to just make some noise there at Banana. Potentially just trying to make it sound like they've dropped the bomb, but Som getting the pick over towards Bracket. Cooper goes down, and that can be another rifle in the hands of Swole Patrol. We are going to see Dazzle here last on sight with Moose in pit to support. Flash comes out, but it's a little bit too deep through the smoke. Food, he might go down first here. Dazzle feeling sharp, flicking around, but he is going to be traded out. Marky finding Dazzle as Vanity takes down Moose in pit, and now there's a 2-man advantage for Swole Patrol. So the force buy working wonders. Pretty much a full buy at this point after they've upgraded to the extra rifles, and eUnited just saving both the Orgs over towards the B site.
Now I got a question for you. Was that Swole Patrol's smoke that cut off library vision?
The Moto smoke?
Yeah.
It would have been.
That was filthy. I like that. Kind of caught him out as they pinched on towards the side. But again, you can only do that with 5 players, right? You can only realistically do that with 5 players and the man advantage, because if you walk into a 3-man stack on the A site, you'll be picked apart.
Yeah.
Nicely called, nicely done by Swole Patrol that now pick up a 9th round. And of course, we must touch on the fact that they do have that 1 map advantage. So when this starts to get a little bit closer, eUnited are going to have to come out on top. They cannot allow Swole Patrol to take their map pick.
Oh, and we are going to see eUnited fighting back as well, looking to do as much damage to the economy as they can. Even if Swole Patrol lose this, there's only going to be 1 man, being, maybe 2 now. Vanity and Food, who will struggle to get a buy into the next, but they'll probably force back and forth forever if they can. United, 2 CZs, 2 rifles, and an MP9. Marky, a bit of damage, but he will be forced to throw that smoke down. And gives up a bit of banana control in the process, but Vanity up in apartments, looking to cause a bit of chaos here towards the A site. Cooper's here with the CZ, as well as Moose, and they're very aggressive, but Vanity, I don't think they've heard him jumping into apartments, as they're completely not worried about a push from Boiler. But Dazzle, the aggression, will it pay off? His leg's been spotted, and the spray is going to be held. Dazzle barely survives there. The other 2 CTs not quite spotted. But there we are. Vanity should go down here. There you go. CZ too strong for Cooper, and that is going to be an AK saved for the CTs.
And now eUnited's buy is starting to look a lot better, right? It's all it takes is 1 extra weapon, the extra AK into the hands of eUnited, and all of a sudden it's looking very dangerous. Vanity was very aggressive in trying to push the envelope there for the kill, and now will pay the price, and Swole Patrol have to pick up the pieces that are left for them on A site. Will they be able to put the puzzle back together? Or will they crack a bit of a tanny? So they now start to split. 2 towards Dig, 2 towards Archers. Already made their way through from Library. Going to find the first kill from Cooper. Nicely done. That's the AK. That's the advantage of having an extra weapon. Som now goes aggressive, but he can't hit the shot from Cooper. The bomb will go down. 15 seconds left on the clock. It's going to be planted close, so there's an opportunity here for them to actually aggress and not allow Marky a second to breathe. Som through the smoke, takes down Dazzle. That's going to make it a lot harder.
The man, he knows. Look at that, the timing perfect on the pre-fire. Looking for some more as well. Dapper trying to make his way up Diggity, but he's going to be shut down by Marky. Last man, he's been spotted as well. Sabrosa in the smoke, jumping up onto the moto, trying to spot the head of Marky, but Marky fires back, finding 2 there on the hold. And we are going to see Swole Patrol bringing it back as well. The force buy not working out for eUnited this time. And they are going to have to take an eco to try to get their economy back in order. Swole Patrol taking a pause, trying to potentially figure out what they're going to do this round, or just let the tilt set in from losing that force round, letting the CTs know that they done stuffed up.
They have. There was an opportunity there. Even when you lost the 2 players on site, you still felt like it was eUnited's round to win, but Swole Patrol's pints onto that A site, their split is paying absolute dividends. Look at this.
Yeah. He almost found another man through the smoke there too with the pre-fire, the maniac.
And then identical Sounds like anything you can do, I'll do even better. Put a smoke there and I'll still find the kill. Now a bit of a faster play towards the top of Banana for the early control. Swole Patrol have put a lot of aggression, as have eUnited, on Banana control, and this time eUnited folded. They've only got pistols to deal with.
Oh, I just learnt a new smoke. Isn't that interesting?
It's a nice one, isn't it?
Yep. You can molly backside from that position as well. So, good to know. The more you know, ladies and gentlemen. The Storm looks to make some space here on the B site. Flash comes in and Dapper gets the frag onto Som. Be gifted a Mac 10, but it seems to be on the ground for the moment. Rotation coming in as Cooper looks to hold B as well. And Moose will head back towards A, expecting the rotation from the T's as well. Vanity taking a bit of damage there, but he will fall back to safety. Dazzle on the edge, looking to drop off after taking contact. Double pit, or pit and balk setup. Great crossfire with Moose up on Nifty to the look of it.
Jeez, I don't like this.
They could split back to B potentially. There is no one holding archers at all.
So eUnited giving them the space to move again for the split, and it's going to pay dividends. Markey with the opening can find the second. They completely dismantle what looked to be a bit of a dangerous hold, but when they split, it completely opens those players up towards pit and balcony Mac. It's free pickings for Swole Patrol, which are looking to even out the odds at 11-11.
Once again, I think what we're going to see from eUnited is just to try to get as many rifles out of the hands of the T's as possible. Dapper with his hands on the Mac 10 there. Could be dangerous at close range. Find himself a bit of extra money, potentially a rifle. But it looks like Swole Patrol aren't going to bother. There's two men that probably won't survive in pit here, although I've said it before. Swag on 37 HP. It looks like they're going to take the risk. Markey on 22. He's got plenty of money to buy, but will he survive?
Swag just making his move, surely?
Oh, wait, what the hell?
Okay,
I
there you go.
didn't think the bomb radius was that short. I thought you took way more damage when the bomb was planted there on site.
It is all the way at the back of site, so it is a fair distance to the corner a bit. There is an opportunity. So what was that, only 15 damage or not even?
No, it was 22 down to 6.
Okay.
Yeah.
Not much at all. 16 damage and allowed to stay alive. So there's a new one for you, blokey blokes. Make sure you go ahead and use it. Oh, there's the airstrike that I've been waiting for from eUnited. They don't need to use a hell of a lot of utility, just 2 nades. I don't even think that was 2. Was that just the 1?
I think that was just 1. The curveball just going between all the boys at Banana. Great utility damage done. As Food looks to hit back, trying to get the pre-fire through the smoke there towards CT. Sub Rosa won't tempt fate, we'll just hide for the moment. And now Dazzle here, the double dig set up. 1 up on the roof, playing counter flash being Cooper. And Dazzle looking to hide at the bottom. Smoke over towards Archers. The positioning of the CTs favouring them at the moment. Sub Rosa's been boosted. Might be checked, but it looks like Swole Patrol have all their eggs over towards B at the moment. Smoke's coming in. Utility being thrown. A bit of noise at the top of mid, but that's enough information that the CTs will be able to hold Sub Rosa over the smoke, finding one of the Food who goes very aggressively up the stairs. But no trade for him. So Dapper close with the Mac 10. We are going to see Sub Rosa finding one more. The last man remaining as Moose makes his way in as well. The bomb has crossed to sight, but the bomb plant won't be denied this time. Vanity here at the top of Banana. We do see Moose finding a refrag, so it's down to a 2v4. And it's not favouring Swole Patrol at this moment. Both below half HP, but Vanity looking to make a play right now. Oh, he spotted Moose with some utility in hand, but he couldn't connect onto the CTs. Vanity completely blinded now. Cooper and Dazzle mopping up as eUnited are about to take the lead. 12-11 over Swole Patrol, but Swole Patrol, they've got just enough that they should be able to buy up into the 24.
Yeah, Moose and Dapper played that perfectly on the B-bomb site. Then playing from Flower Pot and CT. Molotov just stops them from getting to site. The shot's going through the smoke. Pretty much either turns them into marshmallows or gets the kill. So makes it easy pickings when they do go for the full retake with, I believe it was 4 members left. Swole Patrol now have to reinvest into this round. Some will already have a drop on the ground, I'd say. There we go. 4 AKs in the AWP back on towards Swag. The impact that will have is still yet to be seen. I feel like we haven't seen too much of the AWP on the T side from Swole.
No, but we're about to, hopefully. We'll see. Swaggy boy, what have you got for us, you maniac? Oh, a dapper caught in the middle of nowhere. Goes down to Marky and Food, who bust through the smoke, catch the CTs off guard, who were going for the pre-fire through the smoke, and the timing favouring Swole Patrol as they try to find a little bit more, but stop the road. Oh, it's Moose, sorry. Who's ready and waiting, finishes off Food there. The man is hungry. Vanity on the lurk, though, managing to find one, but Cooper's still here and holding in a rough position between two Ts. Has to try to face one direction. Has to try to face the music.
God awful music of One Direction.
Just trying to lead there, but you beat me to it. Saw me, boy. Covering Dig Marky. Moose, sorry, in such a rough position. He's making his way over to Library. With 40 seconds remaining, Swole Patrol could potentially go back to B, but they've only got the information that there's one man close. They have no idea where he is, but Cooper hiding next to the hay bales there. Is it going to be the spot? Spots the scope. Swag, I think he just hit the wall bang. Someone will finish him off there, and now it's all up to Moose in the 1v3. Bomb onto site, planted in, I believe it's their default position at the back of site there. So they can all save in pit. And Moose, if he can save this rifle, they will be able to buy up in to the next round. eUnited, as you can see there, everyone above 2k except for Dapper. So dropping this AUG will allow the CTs to buy out. It'll be a rough buy, though, as this will be the first round lost after winning the previous couple.
Tell you one thing, Swole don't really look to kind of fake out much, do they? They don't look to back out of sight. If they're going for that site, they're going to put all in. Multiple times we've already seen, you know, eUnited have somewhat control of the A site, and Swole Patrol know that, but yet they progress.
They go off their picks a lot, which is good to see.
Yeah, the mid-round calls. It's adaptability, right?
Yep.
Darwin has to adapt to survive, and Swole are doing so. After 10-5 being the first half?
Yep, 10-5. They're on the way back.
They're back in the lead. They're in the lead now, aren't they, Tate?
No, 12-all.
12-all?
12-all. Tied game.
There you go. Tied game. Well, we were talking the fact that eUnited have some troubles closing out. They need some kind of, you know, the one-liners. Need to be able to close the dinner date. 12-12, and as it gets towards the later parts, they have done well at the very end, I must admit. Towards the end of every map, they've been able to claw it back, but they have allowed the opposition to get a little bit too close for comfort. Is that going to be the case this time? Or are Swole going to break the curse? It's Cooper to go for the aggressive peek, finds the dink onto Vanity, but the trade's nice, and oh, take that, Sub-Rosa. Boo just deletes him from behind, and Dazzle falls down before 30 seconds have gone in the map. eUnited are crippled to 2 members.
They are going to have to pull something out of the hat to bring this one back. Nowhere near one another. They may just decide to save here. Looking like they're going to put all the eggs in one basket. As the smoke comes out towards Moto, Swole Patrol with those picks at A will eventually hit it. They didn't go extremely aggressively early on, expecting a potential rotation from the CTs. They're just going to slowly work their way around, clearing everything they can, not leaving any corners unchecked. And Swole Patrol should be good for a 13th here. eUnited looking like they won't contest this round anymore. And you can see both teams going for the earlier aggression towards apartments, thinking that it was the answer. And it definitely was for Swole Patrol. Food covering the cross as well. And now eUnited, what are they going to be able to do? Just 2 AUGs in play. Surely they're not going to force up into the next. They will just have to save and try to win it in the next couple. But, you know, pistols on Inferno, we spoke about it before. It can definitely work. And the hunt's now coming in. So Moosey boy, crucial for him to hold here. for there to be any chance into the next round, and he will find the first on the Som. Food looking for the trade, but Moose too strong, only taking 2 bullets so far. And the T's will not find the CTs right at the end of the round. Dapper just hiding, making sure those rifles are saved. Good damage done to the Swole Patrol, but their economy still very healthy. And we're going to have another tactical pause, this time from eUnited, hitting back, deciding what they need to do, what they want to do, and what they can do.
See, I love the tactical pauses. I think that they're a great use of resetting not only your opponent's mindset, but yours as well. It's a great time to just have a breather, get a drink of water, and just talk it out. Just figure out what might be going wrong. What possibly could you throw? The curveball that we talk about so much. What can you adapt with? How can you change the way in which you're looking at this game? Swole Patrol at the moment have done an incredible job at kind of locking down these T rounds. Only 2 rounds for eUnited so far. That's all they've been given. No respect, no love. No love lost, to say the very least. Swole Patrol now looking to go for some eco frags on the back of Food. Pressure with the MAC-10. Again, we see it so often with Swole. They put all their cookies towards the top of Banana. They get the control, and then they ease out.
We're going to see a double boost up onto the ledge here, although they've second-guessed themselves. They could have tried to use a bit of sound bait there, but Food expendable with the MAC-10. Plenty of money in the bank, looking to make it a little bit more as he finds Dazzle there up on the boost, expecting another man to be here. But the reboost coming in, and it's going to be effective. Moose finding Marky over towards the A site, and Dapper actually taking down. Actually, it's Dapper on the... Someone somewhere. No, it was Dapper on the B site. Moose was on the A site. I hesitated. I was very confused. Although Moose, he's been spotted. His shoulder just barely peeking there. Som waiting for some more aggression. Great crosshair placement with the Molotov. Is there going to be a smoke here? Looks like Moose will just hold his ground for the moment. Gets the smoke off eventually. This nade. Oh, down to 22 HP. Utility being traded left, right, and centre. The Swole Patrol will have all their eggs over towards the A site. And eUnited should know that there's at least 2 men here, if not all 3. And they have left Dapper solo over towards B. Vanity equalizes, brings it to a 3v3, knowing that there has to be a man in pit. They don't want to be shut down by Moose this time. He will just hold his ground for the moment. Give some aggression. Som eventually finishing him off. And there's going to be 1 man remaining. That's going to be Cooper, but not for long. Som with the entries, shutting down the A site. And this is looking like a definite 14th round for Swole Patrol, as eUnited will be able to buy up into the next for their last chance opportunity to keep their dream alive on Inferno.
Again, Swole's they're very persistent. They don't seem to give up when the going gets tough. 3 players and they were starting to fall like flies. They decide to take a minute, breathe, hit the A side again all together, wrapping around Archers. Their wrap seems to be so effective time and time again on this T side. eUnited haven't really been able to do much about it. Positioning maybe not exactly what they were hoping for. Dapper might find himself an AWP here, but Swag, is he holding the line? Oh, yes, he is.
He's so sharp. He's so good looking. My God, let that man come to Australia.
Well, you've got the opportunity to here, Mac, because you could win a brand new car.
Well, we don't lie.
This is a lie. You could win a brand new car with what you... The money
you get from winning IEM Sydney.
See?
Which you have an opportunity if you're over here, right? That's how it works.
And to win this game gives you the opportunity to come over here. See? It all progresses. It comes around in the big circle, and like the circle of life, Swole Patrol looking to end the circle for eUnited.
Yeah, well, if Swole Patrol win this one, they only have to get 1 more in the bag to get the opportunity to come over here. So
that's it.
Not really going all the way so far. We'll see if eUnited can bring it back. They've got the AWP in play on Cooper. Definitely could change the pace of the match. And the other rifles in hand as well. We'll see if the setup is going to be enough. Looking a little different this time. Dapper going for the nerd nade at Banana, but he's going to lob it too early. No one's made noise at car yet, mate. What are you doing? Perfect lineup, though. So not a lot of damage done with that one. Great lineup, great attempt. Just throwing it a little bit too early. Utility used early on for Swole Patrol over towards the B site. They still have plenty of util in play. And this hasn't quite drawn out a rotation just yet. Moose going deeper towards Archers, ready for a fast rotation, but oh, he's actually going to go the whole way. So expecting the double fake out. 3 towards B. Oh, and no flash going in dry. There's the lineup. Markey hits them where it hurts. Sub Rosa and Dapper straight on the noggin, but Moose is here to hold. Finding one, looking for a second, gets the lineup himself, and he will find the 3K and brings it back in favour of eUnited as the bomb will be planted for Swole Patrol.
My word, talk about the knight in shining armour. Moose with the 3K now. Swag looking to even back out the odds. One player coming from behind. Dazzle's going to be able to take him down. Don't know if that was through smoke or if there was a gap. It looks like it was completely smoked off. Vanity's going to try to hold. The flashes come over. Oh, they could all line up here for Vanity. Oh, my word. 22 HP on the Moose, and that could have been it. Swole Patrol could have hit him with the left, right, good night, but Moose has given them a chance on the back of a monstrous 4K. Picks up the AWP as well.
You couldn't have asked for more action in that round. He almost had the perfect spray control on the second man, almost got the third, but everyone just lining up for each other, letting them hit the clips straight to the frag reel. Oh, he's just brought it back, couldn't get Moose, who is eUnited's last hope, it seems. Just popping off right when it's necessary. And eUnited finding the 13th, denying Swole Patrol that map point.
Action-packed is the probably the only way to put it at this point. Nice bit of damage done on the dunk from Markey and Food. Some further damage being done. That is a really cheeky boost that could just catch eUnited out here.
Oh.
Doesn't do so.
Not this time. Although I do believe Dapper has been spotted on the jump pick. That will slow down the rotation from Cooper, who hesitates and heads back towards the B site. But bracket control coming in from Swole Patrol now, making their way through mid, quite silently. Vanity looking for a dry pick over towards the A site there, trying to spot the pit player, but the Molotov denies him the line for the moment. Som, ready and waiting, expecting Sub Rosa to be here. Flash comes out. What's a smoke, actually? And Sub Rosa just hiding in the corner. Great position here. Som doesn't have a molly to hard clear it. There is one on Swag, though, so they might just save that for sight. Although Sub Rosa, he hasn't been spotted just yet. Oh, the positioning so perfect from him. Rotation coming out from Cooper as well, all the way to Moto. And Sub Rosa not going to be checked. Will find the frag onto Som, looking for a bit of damage on a Swag there as well, as the men filter up Diggity, and this is going to be so rough for them. eUnited equalise, 14 rounds each. Dazzle and Moose holding strong, spraying their rifles exactly where they need to, exactly when they need to. And eUnited with a superior buy. Going into the second last round of regulation time, Swole Patrol going for the force here. Markey with a Deagle, Food with a Tech 9, disgusting weapon, but we'll see what he can do with it.
Look, undoubtedly, I can say eUnited are very good when it comes to the crunch time. Look, to be honest, luck, whatever you want to call it, doesn't make a difference. All the luck in the world doesn't change the fact that they've brought it back to 14-14. We have to go to full regulation at the moment. Swole Patrol starting to mount up in towards Banana. It's Sub Rosa that's going to be spotting first. Smoke comes over the top as they now start to settle. The smoke dissipates towards the opening of Banana. The choke point is there. The flash comes over the top, so it holds them there for a moment. eUnited are playing the long game right now, but so are Swole Patrol. Flash comes over the top, and that will give them a heart attack for a small moment. You can see the readjustment of all the players. The utility comes flying over the top. Dapper just gets the Molotov off in time. You can see as well, Subs on site doing some damage. Dapper goes down through the smoke. Markey shuts down Sub Rosa. And that is the B bomb site completely open. Oh. Damage is being traded both ways. eUnited have the chance to retake this now.
So Swole Patrol with the man advantage, but only barely. AK has been picked up by Markey as well, who's down on 11 HP. One bullet and the man is done. But Vanity at second orange is good position to try to hold Con here. He's going to be shut down by Dazzle though. Ready for the off angle. hits the headshot, brings it back to the 3v3 as the retake comes into full effect. Utility going to be taken out of Cooper's belt there as Markey finds the peak, gets the shot. The man on low HP playing so aggressive, just buying so much time there at the back of sight, but it's going to be Som in a 1v1. Bomb not going to be planted for him, and Dazzle goes to stick it. Is Som going to be able to wrap in time? Oh, Dazzle gets off the bomb! He had it! He had it! Oh, and he's hesitated, jumped off, gone for the frag. Not sure what he was thinking there, but Swole Patrol take it to map point. That was so anticlimactic.
Yep. You felt like eUnited have just made it right at the last breath. Swole Patrol looking to close out their half. 11 rounds. This is where we're at the moment. These constant swing in momentum. Swole Patrol now with control of the match. We were saying this is the exact moment eUnited did not want to find themselves in, which is Swole Patrol in the driver's seat. And it's well and truly what we have had to deal with. Dazzle,
how close was it?
About a second left,
he
so Som might have just made it. I reckon only just.
If you turn away and hide your head in that situation as the diffuser, you survive. It takes 4 bullets, and there was not enough time. Although, look at this, the action, potential last round. Markey opening up, so much utility damage done onto the T's. There's every opportunity for eUnited to take this to overtime now, but Markey finds a second entry, moves with UMP, finds one more, but Som on the Mac 10 himself, just spraying it, jumping around like an absolute madman. We're down to a 2v4 as Cooper comes in on the fast rotation. The banana player's been shut down. That's going to be Dazzle, so it's all up to Cooper in a 1v4 to try to clutch this out and take it to OT for eUnited. I don't think he can do it. I'd like to believe, but with just a CZ and 4 men to deal with, all playing together except for Food on site, who's hungry at oranges. Quite situational.
Yeah, poor Cooper. That's done. It looks like Swole Patrol will be picking up the first map right at the last second. Cooper's still trying to do some damage, but too little too late. No kit, you may as well be dropping your weapons, partying it out and getting ready for map number 2. Swole Patrol take eUnited's map pick. Quite a close one towards the end. Again, this has to be playing on fatigue. Like 3 maps, all full regulation here.
They just couldn't close it out again. I'm lost for words. It was so close. It could have been less close. Either way, like both teams turning up for the grand finals. It's been amazing, and that map was great.
Yep.
I just wish that Dazzle stuck that defused.
Yeah, that's gonna get you forever, isn't it?
No,
I feel like that's gonna haunt you.
It's just decision making. It was just a bad decision made at a bad time. A horrible time to make it. He thought someone was closer than he was.
Look at this, though.
Oh, this was the almost clutch from Swag. The man's a maniac. Absolutely sharp as nails. Dapper as well. Great hold. Yeah, that was when...
Yeah, you see, that's what I'm...
Moose killed Dapper.
Like, that's just a fiesta as to what happens there. But
well, a siesta is what eUnited will need. Have that little bit of a rest. Get their mind back in order. They had the lead again. They keep getting the lead at the start of all their matches. It was working out in the last match, last series, obviously, but they need to bring it over to here.
Yeah, their early map. That's so good from Swole. But their early maps are always so good, right? They get up to like the 6-round deficit to start with, and then it just slowly starts to crumble. Whether again it is fatigue, consistency. I think it's more the consistency of being able to back that up time and time again. We're now into the 3rd map for eUnited today, right? And it's the first time they haven't closed it out, so an incredible job nonetheless. Moose in the last 2 rounds before Swole Patrol took it back into their favour. That was massive from him. A big player, but this is the moment that destroyed Mac's heart. The stick was there, but apparently not.
So sad. So disappointed. No, but there's many maps to get some redemption, although it's going to be rough going into the next one.
Well, they technically got 1 map for redemption, don't they?
That's it. Well, they've got 3. They have to have 3. You can get 1 and go, oh, look, we lost 3-1, but if you lose 3-1, it's the same as losing 3-0. You lost in the end, and everyone's disappointed.
Doesn't matter whether you win by an inch or a mile.
Mm-hmm.
It's whoever comes out on top, and it looks like, for now, Swole are going to be taking control.
Yep, and we will see if they continue to take control going into the potential final map of the grand final between eUnited and Swole Patrol. We'll be back after a short break, ladies and gentlemen. But